5,000 years ago, this land was nothing but a dark, barren desert, until the goddess Cecilia blessed it with the 6 stones of virtue, bringing a new age of life to the continent.
When the founders arrived in this region, they discovered these megalithic stones of virtue. It was undeniable. These were the 6 beating hearts that gave these lands life. They must be protected. Soon after discovery, more humanoids came to this place to prosper, and the city was named Vimuros, after the 6 walls they built around it.
Eventually, a wizard named Ogratus wanted the stones of virtue for himself. He spent hundreds of years in the Outlands, amassing an undead army of beasts and ill-fated wanderers. He perfected necromancy and unleashed a siege upon the city of Vimuros in an attempt to claim the transcendent stone. However, 6 heroes known as the Virtuous, each empowered directly by a stone of virtue, stood against Ogratus and stopped his effort.
Their foe was only driven away and never slain. They knew he would return and decided the only way to keep the stones safe is to separate them. Each member of the Virtuous took a stone of virtue in a separate direction, miles away from home. This event became known as the 6-sided dichotomy.
Many, many generations have passed, and each of the city-states seems to have taken on personalities of their own. Yet they stay united as one country, as the new inhabitants shape their futures. The true history of Vimuros has all but vanished, and has been replaced by strict laws which are enforced to ensure the population never outweighs the resources in this country. The world may not know it yet, but without convergence, the stones of virtue are slowly dying. It is time to venture into Vimuros.
All on screen.
I think we're live.
Yes, we are live. Hello and welcome, one and all. I have two. I'm in a time loop. There we go. Hello and welcome, one and all. I am Joshua McGee, your DM and story weaver. We're hopping into season 2 of Venture into Vimuros. What do you guys have to say?
It's starting out real
Time
strong.
loop.
That's all right.
Hello,
Oh,
I'm
man.
James. Yeah, no.
I don't
Sorry,
remember
the
turning
time
mine
loop is still getting me. Oh, man. That was a good way to start the stream.
My favorite thing is that it was so nonchalant. Like, just Josh was just like, "I'm in a time loop," and then he just kept going. As
This
if
happens
being
all
in
the
a-
time.
As if being in a time loop wasn't immensely scary.
Least of my worries is the time loop right now.
Oh, man.
Truly.
Well, this is season 2, right?
It is season 2 starting right now. Well, starting in like, I don't know, 90 seconds.
Yeah, I think we should go for 120 seconds.
That's fine.
We should just stare into the screen.
Yeah.
Silent.
Okay.
Next 120 seconds.
But not in favor. Not in favor.
Cold open.
I mean, that's why they call it a cold open, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. So with our cold open, let's get a little bit of recaps on your individual characters and experiences at this table. We'll go in left to right order that is on stream. Jacob playing Josiah. Let's get some of your point of view here.
Well, I mean, give me a leading question. so I
Leading
don't just start babbling.
question. What is Josiah's mentality living off? I will say here, Probably about. You know what? Let me give my little exposition here. Victor. Okay. Victor defeated. Vishram fled the fight and takes his seat as the military captain of Edifos. Our ragtag army has found their way back home, awaiting another flare to call them to action. Our party has spent their winter alongside Brigham in search of a new suitable location for their tarry. I'll say about 6 weeks have passed in game. You guys are trudging through the cold, looking for a different location to call home.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I mean, I think that if 6 weeks has passed by now, then I think that he is gone through the process of mourning the loss of his friend Tall Tale. And I think that he's really just now starting to get into the process of kind of accepting that he finally beat Victor. Like, Victor's gone. You know what I mean? And accepting that, like, he doesn't have, like, the goal he used to have anymore. Like, he would still like to take over Edifos, and would still like to, like, free those people, but overall I think he's a little bit lost right now. And just trying to figure out, like, why is he still adventuring? Is he doing this for himself? Is he doing this for others? Does he even need to do this for others anymore? Like, I mean, he's always been in the military. He's always been doing things for others. And what does it mean to, you know, do something for Josiah now that he's, you know, 167 years old? I mean, he's old, and for a halfling, he's old, rather, and he's, like, just now getting to realize, like, what does he want to do?
Right. Nice. All right. Listen, Alex as Zanog.
Yeah, I think going off the ego high that was that giant battle where I guess the tests of necromancy were really put into play there, and worked really well. Zanog is, like, kind of happy that he's still trudging the path, but also at the same time, through Nakita and all these other people, learning of him not being the first nor the best, kind of has him reevaluating his place in the world, I guess, if that's a better way to put it. He thought he was this innovator, this path forger, but he's already walking like a paved road, essentially. So I think it's with this new adventure, we're going to his hometown, him not knowing what he's going to find there, his parents being dead and not knowing what happened to them. It's going to be an interesting adventure for him. I think he's going to have a lot of questioning of his own morality and his own wants and needs out of life through all this.
Excellent. And James as Idris.
Over the last 6 weeks, Idris has lost a lot of skin.
Oh.
From their back all the way down their legs. They actually went over to Zanog and was like, "Zanog, I think I have a gift for you."
And just hands Zanog a pile of skin that was once Idris' skin.
I mean, Zanog probably took that. He was like, "Oh, finally! Thank you! Like, stuffed it in his weird bag.
And with that, Idris's face is still the same, but their arms, they wear gloves now pretty much permanently, because if they don't, you see that it's very reptilian arms. So the last vestige of any humanity left is in their face due to the amount of damage that they took from that battle.
I'll say there's a tattoo on your arms. Is that still visible?
It's partially visible, yes. It's still a little bit there. But overall, they're weirdly more confident now than they should be. And they're a little bit more chipper to a degree.
Nice.
How's the skin treating you, Zanog? Have you found a good purpose for it yet? Or maybe leather and tanned it?
Oh no, I wouldn't ruin it by leathering and tanning it. That's not gonna happen. I'll find a use for it. Don't worry.
And if you ever have looked inside Zanog's bag, it's kind of like a hoarder situation going on. Like he doesn't throw anything out. He's like, I could use this somehow. And there's a lot of like weird, organic stuff that you're just like, why? Like, why are you holding on to that? Like that should have been thrown out years ago, maybe.
I'm sure you could puke into it with a putrid and just fill it full and have a quarter or three-quarter torso run about kicking things.
Oh, that would be interesting. I'll have to see how to do something like that.
Please don't.
What?
Josiah.
Who just said that?
Josiah, are you sure?
One second.
You sounded like the dude, that cowboy dude from TikTok who goes, "What?"
I gotta find my voice again. It's not there.
It's there. You just have to turn to
I
the
lost
right
it.
and say your first name. Brigham.
Josiah.
It's a little bit like this. You can do it. Who you?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Josiah Great Barrel.
You just got.
We gotta start back here. We gotta go way back, and then we gotta start bringing it a little forward, a little bit, and we're right here. This is about
right
Josiah.
there. That's a New York
There we
cowboy.
go. Yeah, about right here. Yeah, New York cowboy. That's all right. That's about right. That's about right. I am very confident that I do not want to see or hear about Zanog puking into his extra-dimensional bag of necrotic happiness.
No, there's nothing extra dimensional about this. It's very, very one-dimensional.
I was really hoping that it would be extra-dimensional, but if that's the case, look, let's just not do it. We've been out here for 6 weeks, guys.
Also, in regards to the skin donation, I wish I didn't have to see that.
That's what I'm saying. We already have enough weird shit over here.
You're literally looking at skin right now. You look at skin all the time.
It's something different though when it's off of your body, you know? It's like a dissection. Like you see frogs all the time, but then you cut a frog open and start dissecting it. It's a little.
Well, it's not like Idris died to give me his skin.
Exactly.
we're
It
talking
should be
about
on
frogs.
Idris.
I could go for a frog right now. That sounds tasty.
Not likely to find frog in this weather.
Speaking of which, I have not seen it snow this much in years. What is going on with the weather, guys?
Yeah, you probably haven't been in Edifos for the past 10 years.
Starts counting on his fingers a little bit, going through the different. You know, I think you're right. Normally around this time of year, I'm helping out Rosalind. I'm normally down in Argos.
Idris would. I forgot that it's snow, so Idris would be like,
Slowing down due to your cold-blooded reptilian. Like,
It's just on the verge of spring. The last of the snow is probably melting next week.
Idris has gotten very comfortable with people as they just like, let me walk next to you for your warmth. Thank you.
We've been trotting for days. No luck finding a new location. What are your thoughts on partnering? What are your thoughts of partnering with another Terry? Someone more influenced than we have. I don't know what to do anymore. I can't just find a place for the four of us to settle.
Well, that really depends now. I mean, how far out from Idris's Terry are we? Or furthermore, how far out from Xylea are we? I mean, we've been traveling for 6 weeks now. We got to be making some headway.
Well, we have been traveling for 6 weeks, but not with a goal in mind, not with a directional travel. We haven't just been going east. We've been searching every nook and cranny.
Brigham, have we been going in circles for 6 weeks?
Not circles, perhaps. Maybe more of an ellipse, but yeah. Or some oblong shape, I'm not sure. It's kind of, we've been spiraling in convergent circles, slowly opening.
Josiah just pinches the bridge of his nose. And...
Alphonse's those tall tale specialty. I guess I'm just working trial and error.
Brigham, can I get you to hand the map over to someone else? Zanog, Idris, just someone.
Yes.
I need a moment.
I'll take the map.
Give it to me.
Here. No, I got it.
No, give it to me.
You guys tear the map in half.
Ah, shit.
It's cold. Let's get close, buddy. I'm just gonna squeeze right underneath your arm, hold up the map.
Get real cuddly, buddy. Come on.
Oh, you're so warm for being something that loves necromancy.
Well, you know, I gotta fill the world with the warmth of necromancy. Let's see. Let's see here. Let me take a look at this map.
You see on the map. Yeah, give me survival. Also history, your choice, or both. I don't care. Let's get some dice on the table.
Survival. Hey, 22.
Ooh, a 22 on survival. Okay, with your knowledge of Terry's, although it would be beneficial to be near water for your own purposes and stuff, finding your own location, you should avoid the water. Last time you guys had a sweet spot at the base of between two mountains, which also, that's the sweet spot for everybody. You are starting to feel the words that Brigham had said of, it's going to be hard to start new right now. We have to start new, but to get back to where you guys were, you're probably going to need some extra help. You still want to, for the sake of the military, your little militia here or whatever, you still want to be close enough to Edifos for that future attack. But
yeah.
With your experience of the area, which I guess isn't much, but with just your experience of just the layout of the land and the strength of Terry's, you're not sure where to go either.
Was that to me or to Idris?
That'll be to whoever rolled the 22.
That's me.
He just rolled survival. Idris,
21.
you would be more inclined to, we can trek back to Edifos when we're ready. Let's go to Xylea where the trees are warm. There's more cover, and there's more cover in the forest than there is the mountains. I would say your mindset right now is not on the transfer to battle. It's the settlement itself and building a settlement up. The location's not that important in regards to Edifos in Idris's mindset.
Right, location is everything for traps. If we're at the base of a mountain, you can't drop rocks on your enemies. Much
here we
like
go
you can when
again.
you're at the top of the mountain. Because if you have boulders at the top of the mountain, you can just push them down, the invading forces.
That's not too far
Yes.
off what Josiah's kind of thinking, actually.
You're also thinking about big boulders.
Look now. I'm not always thinking about big boulders or how to kill things or how to raise things from the dead or how shiny the river is or whatever on a Sunday night. You know, right now I'm thinking tactically. We've been going in some weird half-circle crescent moon bullshit for the last 6 weeks.
I've been chasing
We're
the
supposed
sun.
to be going towards. We've been chasing the sun. We should have been chasing the moon. We need to be going towards Xylea. However, we're in a little bit of an opportunity here. DM, with Josiah's knowledge of the area, would he know if there's any mountain ranges or anything, or mountain ranges, any mountains near Edifos and Xylea, like on this border here that are a little higher up, like above Edifos, or is Edifos like at the height of the range?
So all around this lake, let me switch over this view. Activate scene. That pane is not where you guys are. You guys are here-ish.
Okay.
This lake and most of this mountainous terrain kind of form almost a plateau. This whole area is just elevated in general. And then Edifos, the city of Edifos, is just on the east side of the tallest mountain.
Okay.
You guys were planted one mountain south of the tallest mountain previously.
Perfect.
You've pretty much just been circling this double peak here.
Okay. I think that Josiah would want to push us a little bit more. Sorry, let me make sure I get my. I'm pretty sure that's east, a little bit more
Yeah,
east
that'd
this
be
way
east.
towards Xylea, and maybe end up, if you guys are looking at the map, a little bit over here-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe set up camp if there's like an in-between area, like a cave or anything over there we can set up in. I'm not sure if the stream is seeing this, but there's like a couple. Edifos is like a lot of mountains around it. It's just a ton of mountains everywhere on the map that we're looking at. And I'm thinking that there's this space with about like, it looks like 100 kilometers roughly of grasslands in between the mountains and Xylea. And I think that that space would be really nice to try and set up in. I'm pinging the map where I'm
Neat.
thinking that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same thing.
And then it kind of puts us in between. So Josiah explaining this would be, look, guys, I think that overall we're not going to get much higher over Edifos. Edifos is pretty high up as it is and pretty much set up on a plateau. We can probably get ourselves equal, if not maybe 100 feet up, you know what I mean, above the area, but we're not going to have any kind of strategic advantage other than having them have to come up to us. However, we can get ourselves closer to Xylea, and if we can get some support from the Xyleans and the Xylean Terries, then we can funnel them up to us and then through to Edifos.
Do you want us to beeline east until we hit the mountain's ridge, and then travel north and south along the end of the mountain range?
I think that will probably be the best way at this point. It's cold. It's real cold.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'd prefer to get us there sooner than later at this point.
Well, let's go that way then. On your, you guys have the crag crawler between Zanog and Idris as a crag crawler.
I have the flying rod.
Yeah, yep. Brigham has
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Brigham has his own crag crawler, and Josiah is atop a brand new flying carpet, magic carpet, whatever they're called in the OGL. Hello, Link Master.
Hey,
Welcome.
don't say that. Don't say that.
Just
The
say magic.
levitating tapestry.
Right, levitating fabric.
Tapestry.
Very well.
Oh, man.
Are we ready to part ways to the east? Is not what I want to say. Are we ready to begin traveling east?
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, I think so.
Can anybody here cast mending? It's a shame what you did to our only map.
No.
Well, okay. Well, we'll find a wizard somewhere.
Look, well, if we can just find a tree and some sap.
We can get
I
some
can still read this
cooking
just
noodles.
fine. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, I can't read it. Let's go.
That
Well,
doesn't matter. I'm
I
the
can-
one reading it.
I-
You're off the job.
I can read it.
You led us in a crescent moon
I was-
shaped towards the sun.
I was being facetious. I'm also trying to be efficient in finding a new location. I'm sorry. You guys could have picked this up sooner.
Efficient.
Ladies and gentlemen, the military might that will soon overthrow Edifos.
All right, guys. We don't need to get rude. We're all cold and cranky. Let's get to the spot and get a fire going, please.
All right. Before we wait any longer,
You guys.
whoop whooper.
All the crack crawlers hind up.
Nice. Eastward travel begins. Night falls, and the next day comes. With the next day, the first rain that isn't frozen of this year. You guys make a few 100 miles in the next couple of days, traversing in and out of the mountains, passing Terries that, let's not bother them. Let's not bother them. What's the phrase I'm looking for? I'll find it later.
That'll go in the abridged podcast.
I probably won't even remember it then, but you traveled eastward and eastward for about 120 miles. I said hundreds, but about 120 miles for about 4 days traveling. Ooh, via steed. Hell yeah. And finally, the snow is only on the caps of the mountains at this time. A lot of vegetation has braved their way through this winter and are sprouting once more. Spring has sprung. You guys are, let's say, he just wakes up before everybody on this new day, and you're in your little early made, your ramshack together campfire campsite. Idris is awoken by a flying snake with a scroll and a ribbon upon it.
Ooh, Snakey, you're back.
You,
Classic name.
are you waking people up by seeing this? Do you want to stealth your greeting to the snake?
Would people be awoken by me saying, "Ah, Snakey, you're back"?
I mean, these are
Otherwise,
military trained folk.
I'd be doing like a tree pose
All
at
right,
the
cool.
moment
Everybody will slip
as
through
the
it then.
snake comes down to my hand,
Yes.
flies.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the snake coils your main hand and arm, relinquishing the scroll. You unroll it. It's upside down. You flip it around. And it's
Oh, that now it makes sense.
it's not nearly as much as you had sent. And there's only one line across, and it says, let me put it in chat. It's going to be on the Twitch chat, because I don't have all the chats open. E.42.80.
You can find me at the coordinate.
And it says that across it. And as your eyes are scanning over these few numbers, letters, characters, they evaporate off the page.
Your eyes evaporate off the page.
No, not your eyes, the letters, the characters. And then after the characters evaporate, the paper itself does too, leaving you with just a red ribbon or a deep green ribbon, whatever your people would use. And I use the term your people with anger.
Oh no.
At that point, Idris would probably know what this means, as it looks like coordinates.
Mm-hmm.
Does James know what this means?
I
I
don't
don't think we talked about it yet.
I don't think Idris would have this training. You recognize them as...
Oh,
give me a roll. Roll for E.42.80.
history or
History will do. Any intelligence-based thing that makes sense. 15. These are coordinates, but not in the language UNT would use. If that makes sense. Like how JavaScript and like C++ are different languages. They do the same thing in the end, kind of, but that's
Yes,
what...
the Yuan-Ti language of JavaScript.
Yeah, that's what they use. Except for it's oh no, they would use Python. That joke was right there.
Wait, let's roll this back. We need that for the TikTok. Come on.
So what language is this in?
It's coordinates. It's just in a different format, not language.
Okay, let's try this again. Let's go back. Okay, we're gonna set you up one more time.
What language is this in?
It's fucking letters and numbers. I'm not
Python.
doing it.
Python.
Oh yeah, it's in Python.
Jesus.
Oh man, I prefer HTML personally. Okay.
My body temperature went up.
Awesome.
All right, that was my bit. You're left with your some signature green ribbon or red ribbon, whichever color. I'm gonna call it green because that makes more sense. Green ribbon, and the flying snake is, I don't know, whatever you do with your familiar.
Wear it like a boa constrictor.
Fashionable. Everyone else.
What's that even mean?
Morning continues as usual. You guys, yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so
You do wake up. This is the warmest you felt in a while. That's about it. I'll give you that.
so we made it all the way to the base of where we were trying to go,
Yeah.
not necessarily where we were trying to go.
Right. Well, you can go here if you want. That's fine by me. Is this where you wanted?
No, you had it on the right spot here. Yeah. Ooh, I guess like, do we need to make like any kind of checks to make sure that like this area will work for our needs, or?
Give me some perceptions and investigation. Your choice, each of you.
Go with perception.
James, we are now scouting this area. If it's suitable for your Terry needs, give me a perception or investigation, your choice.
I rolled a 17 investigation.
Ooh.
17 investigation from Zanog. 19
I got a
perception
19.
19? Ooh, a
Oh, look at that.
27 perception. And let me go over here real quick. Shades, never mind. No, we're good. Do you want me to roll for Brigham? I guess that's my question. Suppose
Sure,
suppose
why
I
not?
would. I'm gonna go back here real quick.
I don't know. Brigham has been taking us in half circles for the last 6 weeks. I don't know if he gets to roll.
What would I say? I'll do an investigation. Perception? Where's it at? Perception. Alphabetical order. Nice. 5.
Perfect. He does only have one eye.
Yeah, we've made it to the end. The end.
That's why he was walking in a circle.
Oh man. Goodness gracious.
Okay. Let's see.
Cool.
Josiah, with your 19, you take a look around this horizon, and nothing interesting as far as you can see. And that's a good thing in your purview.
Yeah, I imagine he's probably got his rifle up and is kind of like using whatever sights that he has to kind of like take a look around the horizon and get an idea of what it looks like, and seeing no threats probably takes a real like or he definitely takes a real like sigh of relief. Yeah.
Idris was 27 perception. About 50 miles away, you see the tops of trees. Xylea is far away, but in a clear sky, you can see just a little bit of Xylea to your east. Oh, wow. We got a first-time bot.
I got excited.
And
Look at that. What's his name? Wayne Godover?
yeah, I don't know.
Shout out to Wayne Godover, our first bot.
Not our first bot. Usually Link melts them. He probably will soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have a
our first scene bot.
Nice. And then
Yeah, a special place in our heart.
Zanog 17, along with Idris once again 27, because Zanog used investigation, paying more attention to this fine detail. Nobody else said anything yet, but the ground is disturbed. Perhaps underground creatures may have been through here. Nothing's traveled across the top of this land.
Something moves beneath the ground here. It's all kind of fucked up. I'm like sifting
Nope.
through the ground.
Nope.
Did we send the crag crawler through?
I mean, there's
Bacon
probably
eaten.
wild ones. I would assume it's wild ones that are moving through the ground or something worse. I don't know.
Look, I'm just saying, the last time I dealt with underground creatures that we made a camp for, it didn't go great, so maybe we should just move to the next mountaintop and try again.
Well,
We
we're at
should
the base of a
defeat this
mountain,
on
not
the
the
map.
mountaintop.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go to the mountaintop.
You want to climb the mountain?
And then we don't have to deal. Then we don't have to deal with the creatures on the ground.
Without
Yeah, but then you have to deal with the creatures on the top.
Well, I'm just saying. I think we have a better shot, no pun intended, with the creatures in the sky than the creatures in the ground. I just, I'm just gonna say Umber Hulks. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Umber Hulks. Don't want to deal with them again. They suck. They're mean. They're real
It will
mean.
It will be cold up there.
Idris, can you do a fire? Can you survive with a fire?
I can make fire. My Terry has plenty of them. Have I ever told you about the 1T fire dancers?
No, you haven't.
Oh, I put my hand on your shoulder. You're gonna love them. They're something to see.
I'm not quite sure I am if the leftover skin flakes and everything on you are an indication of the dancers themselves. But I'm gonna keep an open mind. I'll go into it with an open heart, an open mind, not an open soul that's already taken. But we'll see. We'll see. Now, the top of the mountain, guys, I really don't want to deal with Umber Hulks.
Yeah, I get it.
We'll see.
I'm merely saying it equal risks.
I will say that if we think that this would be a deterrent, so would others. So although we may not want to camp here, somewhere nearby, provided that we know what they are, would be good defense and traps down the road. There could be a whole honeycomb of tunnels underneath our feet that we could lure unsuspecting Edifosian military into and crush them.
Ed's gonna run his hands through his hair and just... Alright, look, if you guys want to start digging, just start digging. I'm gonna go sit down over there and think about the choices I've made in life to get me to here. Because I obviously made a wrong choice somewhere to be here now. So I'm gonna go sit down for a second. I'll be back after I do some breathing exercises.
Wasn't there a militia with us?
They went
I'm like
home.
starting to. I'm like,
they separated.
like,
They got families.
I'm like
and
John Travolta, the John Travolta meme.
They have families and regular jobs. They can't. We couldn't afford to feed them all, anyways.
Yeah, I'm not looking
Yeah,
to dig
we just
either.
send
So
off- we just send off the flare that we've found something, I think, or
Right.
smoke signal. Yeah.
Yeah, did we make sure to change the color of the flare at all? I mean, it would just be like alchemical change. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have whatever access to colors you want. You got.
Well, I think we would change it to like a purple color or something different. That's like people at Edifos would be like, "Oh, someone's playing with fireworks." You know what I mean?
All right. Do you want to do that now? You guys are shooting off a flare right now?
No, I think we could probably find a better place.
Okay, you're preparing too soon. Okay.
Right. This is a good area, but
In general.
maybe it's not. We don't want to build our Terry on top of a bee's hive.
Yeah. Yes, I mean,
Cool.
yeah, I mean that's exactly what I just said. So why don't we just go find? Let's take like 100 feet that way and see if that's better.
1, 2, 3, 4. His paces or feet? Because my feet, I think, are. Actually, I think our feet are about the same size. Are they-
Halflings typically have kind of big feet for our height. It's a real pain to find boots. A real pain. Because they're always too tall. I don't want to wear like knee highs.
I think they'd be thigh highs for you.
No, you see, like, it's okay. So I'm about a size like 8.5, 9 human sizes, right? But when I put that on, a boot of one of those on, it comes up to the knee, and then you gotta fold the top down a little bit, and you just, it looks like I'm trying to put on a show.
and you're not.
No, I'm not trying to put on a show. I'm just trying to be comfortable.
Oh, come on, live a little.
I think we would end up walking over 100 feet
As,
in a
as we
direction
talk.
as we talk.
You walk about a quarter mile.
Does this area feel better? Does the ground seem undisturbed?
Your problem-solving skills are immaculate.
Josiah shoots his gun into the ground.
You do a big hole. Bullet-size hole.
A big bullet-sized hole? What is that,
Yeah.
like the size of a quarter?
I meant to say deep the
Bullet.
first time. A deep hole
I
the size
can
of a
do
bullet.
this, remember? And I just move Earth, like, shh. We can look 5 feet down or 10 feet.
What a fucking show off.
Now, wait. No, Idris. Why didn't you do that earlier when we were talking about potentially digging?
Because we didn't want to disturb whatever was under there.
But we're
Just
disturbed
want
by
some.
whatever's under here.
Just want. Is there anything under here? Idris is still just like digging a hole.
Give me a perception.
Our lucky, you know, they open it up. And there's the Umbra Hulk face. Like, ah!
Josiah rolled an 8.
Nat 20.
Okay. Josiah's 8. Dirt's is soft. Rock was hard
Look, I'm
earlier.
not a-
Earlier the rock was hard, but now the dirt is soft.
Look, I'm not a geologist or anything, but this is some real soft dirt. It was real hard over there, and it's real soft over here. And if life has taught me anything, when it's real hard, it's nice, and when it's real soft, it's not. So I think we might need to go farther away.
Does the Nog want to argue that?
Do geologists even look at dirt? I thought they studied rocks.
Well, isn't there little tiny rocks in the dirt?
Look, I'm gonna say this is the spot.
And I'm just gonna plant a weird stick in the ground.
We did it.
With
I claim this land in the name of those guys.
Idris, with your natural 20 perception. Everything, their little banter, while their banter's happening, the sound around you just kind of hollows out until you're near deaf. Your pupils dilate and become more that slit shape that snakes have. It's outside seems much brighter, almost blinding. You feel a hunger in your belly. And you hear an overpowering emotion, thought, can't be an emotion. Just a sense of purpose. Idris, take control. E4280. It is ours. And you snap back to where you were, seeing the flag now before you. What do you have for a flag? Like an old? No, you see your skin as a remade flag.
Skin flap.
Skin flap flag.
Look, Zanag, you can't just put someone's skin on a flag. It's not a flag. It's a.
I told
it's a
Idris
skin.
I'd find a purpose.
That's what you come.
Here it
That's what
is.
you come to. That's what you come back to.
I
Into.
I think I would as they're bantering just be like, Zanog, do you have the map? I need. Bring him
Which half,
over
left
here,
or
Josiah.
right?
Both sides.
Okay.
No, wait. I think Brigham has the right side.
No, I still have both of them.
Are you sure?
I would not give the map back to that man.
It's a fair choice.
I'm just making sure. I thought. You see, I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw him getting up, and I thought maybe he took the map to go wander off in circles for a little bit.
No, he did not.
I had to take a piss, lad. That's my piss.
Lad,
That's my piss.
lad.
Little Baron, is that better? Is that what you want?
No, none of it's better. None of it is better. God, kids these days,
I'm
man.
walking over to you with the map.
Idris
Disrespectful.
will lift up the soil to make a flat table,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Let's lay the map out. As you can see, I have my flying snake familiar returned with a message. I wasn't sure of what it would be, but I don't know what this means as E4280. I think they're coordinates, but I don't know. Do any of you
Can I roll survival?
know what
on
this
that?
means?"
Anybody who speaks military jargon knows what that means. That'd be.
Hello.
There he is.
Josiah.
Yep.
You see, the E right here means
The E means
edible.
nope. I do want you to voice this in Josiah's voice. The E is the center point of Edifos. The 42 is a compass direction, so 42 degrees on a compass, and 80 is the miles traveled in that direction. So you'd center point Edifos, and that's like north-northeast, 42 for 80 miles. We're bringing it about here.
You know, I'm gonna be real honest with you right here. This is for the chat and everyone. Like, I like to think I'm a very smart person and like I can follow directions really well. There was a lot laid out right there for my brain to handle that it's not gonna handle. So just imagine, and in post production we'll fix this, but just imagine right here that Josiah, in his great military prowess, just told Idris and Zanag all of that information.
Everything I just said. Okay. Cool. And do you have a dramatic way of stabbing the map?
Yeah. No, as we're saying that, as we're explaining this, Josiah's holding both sides of the map together and trying to keep them together while explaining it, and he asks Idris to put his finger in the middle of Edifos. And he's going to tell Idris to drag it along that line that you just said to point where we need to be going. You see, Idris, you get to stick your finger right in the middle there. That E stands for Edifos. I believe that the DM then said that the 42 is 42 north or some shit like that. So you're gonna go 42 degrees to the north. Think of it like a protractor. I don't know if your people have those, but I think using the protractor.
What do you guys keep saying? What do you mean by your people?
You'll get it. And then the 80 is the amount of miles that you're gonna travel in that direction. Does that make sense? Is this all tracking with you? Brigham, can you come explain this a little better? I don't think it's going across right.
I think I have it.
It's just there.
So we should head here. My benefactor patron suggests that we take this as ours.
Very convenient. Do you trust your source?
What? Of course.
This isn't
You
like
trust
a
Josiah?
Yeah, with my life. I mean, I just had to have it said is all.
this isn't like
I look
a
at Snaky. What are these people?
this isn't like some kind of like falsification of encyclopedias, right?
What?
Like an Encyclopedia Dramatica kind of situation, you know? You guys don't remember that?
You say Dramatica?
Yeah, you guys don't remember that.
I have no idea what that is.
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about, Josiah.
I start rolling up the skim flag so we can get it moving here.
Yeah, it was a couple years
we
ago.
should-
It was a real rough situation for academia.
I assume Idris, looking at the map and how far we've traveled, would be like, it's 2-3 days out from where we're at.
Correct.
I think. Yeah. So just a little longer. Does anyone need to go pee-pee before we move out?
The snake on your shoulder whispers in your ear in snake tongue or whatever language this is. The language of your people, which we should probably change our vocabulary here. But yeah. I need to pee-pee.
And go as it like slithers off my hand and flies to the trees.
Flies away to the trees to go pee pee, and thinking it would be, probably fine because I'm over there now. But you hear the snake fart come out.
Christ.
Wow. That was fairly impressive. Such a small orifice. Releasing such an audible fart.
Yeah, I'm honestly.
Snake's had cheeks.
That too. Anyway, whoop whooper.
Whoop whooper. Northbound to the coordinates given to you to have.
Fuck, man.
Sound it out.
Strong. This is a strong start of the season.
It is. I agree.
Better start than the last season.
Whoa.
Sorry.
You travel that direction for, I'll say 3 days, to the location given. That other area is still in your mind. If you want it to be. I don't know. You arrive to your location. Well, bam. Hopefully I didn't leave any assets on here that shouldn't be there.
Oh my goodness.
Secrets.
I see a lot of stuff. In a little hole.
Oh, I remember this place.
Yeah.
out of character.
Yeah. So you arrive at this location. It's barren. It's bare. The 2-3 days that have passed, that heat is coming. Spring is showing its face, loud and proud. It's a good.
So comfortable.
It's a good 55 degrees Fahrenheit right now.
Oh, it's still cold as balls.
I thought you just said you're real comfortable.
It was.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be hotter than 55 degrees.
I mean, it's been in the 20s and 30s over our break. So it's 55, 65, one of those, somewhere in those. Temperature varies throughout the day. But you're here. This is the place they told you about. It seems just as empty as the last location. Except for now it's hard rock again instead of soft dirt. You're a little bit further from Xylea than I think Josiah would like. I forget where you're at on the map.
Definitely.
Ruin, let me just scout this out momentarily by myself for a moment. Yes. And I'll return in like 30 minutes if I'm not back. Go whoop,
I'll come find you. Don't worry.
Yeah, and find me.
All right.
I'm definitely gonna do stealth. Can I do anything else? I'll just stealth.
Stealth it up.
Stealth it up. There we go.
You should definitely do some stealth.
Ooh.
Hey.
Wow.
30.
Nice.
I go sneak, 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 sneak.
You're just like
I'm gonna
slithering on your
preemptively-
stomach.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm also checking for traps if you need me to roll anything else.
Yeah.
Because as much as I trust my patron, I also
No, my patron.
Investigation. And since you said up to 30 minutes of checking around, I'll give you advantage. And your stealth was beneficial enough where you can focus on what you're trying to do.
Nice.
Hey.
30-20 on finding traps.
James with the rolls today.
I will say they're well.
I had to make up for last game.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll say they're well deserved. Neat. So you're scouting around. Ignore this bread pit.
No, that's definitely something we need.
That's an Easter egg from our lovely map maker. That's all it is.
Bread.
I am not going to try to defend that bread pit. I cannot explain that.
Yeah, but we are when somebody invades the Terry.
Yeah, okay,
Oh,
that
yeah.
works for me.
Defend the bread.
Defend the bread pit.
Just sounds like you're saying Brad Pitt with an accent.
The bread pit. Defend the bread bit. Idris, searching around, investigating stealthily. You're gonna find a nice little pinch point between a tree and the bottom of like this little mountain hill area. And you do not spot any traps, but you do see a very on-brand mining personnel.
Oh no.
They're sneaking around. They're looking left and right. They're looking both ways. You notice their feet aren't touching the ground.
Christ.
And let me see. Nope. Dang, dirty 20. No, you're fine. And you kind of just see them ever so slightly levitating over here. And whatever power was allowing them to fly or levitate, flying speed is what it's called in the Monster Manual. Yeah, Monster Manual character blocks in general. And they have a hard time landing again as their fly effect ends. And they kind of stumble and roll. They're already dirty, but now the dirt is just a fresh layer of dirt on top. They get back up, dust off their knees and elbows, look left and right once again. And they begin casting a spell. As a 5-foot cubic area of dirt is pulled from the ground. They step in, and about 12 seconds later, that ground is reformed. You take a mental note of this location, but otherwise, it is indistinguishable. It blends in with the rest of the nothingness around here. After a few breaths, birds fly out of the trees. Nothing more to see here.
I'm going to go over.
Idris would go over, collecting branches and debris,
And lay their bear trap in front of that hole. Or where they go in and out.
Okay.
And disguise it.
Give me a sleight of hand for describing. It's both. Give me a sleight of hand for setting it, and then if that works out, we'll do another sleight of hand for. Ooh.
Shit.
So you take bear trip damage. Yeah.
I think it's a D6, yeah.
Okay. You're trying to pull the spring lock, and your main focus is silence here. So you're kind of moving slowly. The rusty spring's like, and as you go to set the pin, you slip, and it grabs onto your foot that you were using for leverage. And you take that damage. You take the damage you just rolled.
Can I roll a perception to see if I hear the?
Yeah, roll perception.
I'd be pretty far away for that.
Yeah.
I could be very perceptive.
You're not.
Not at a 10 though.
You perceive
Can
a flock of birds all leaving all at once.
I roll perception?
You may. A little hop and a skip.
No.
You are not either.
I'm doing my breath work.
You're doing your breath work. You notice Zanog look over, but you don't see what he sees.
Everything okay?
I was just thinking how it's probably advantageous for us to not be so close to Edifos. Like, we ran into that guy on the ridge. Remember the Paladins, the Circle of Truth tobacco, all that kind of thing? Like, clearly, with the terrorist attack that went on in Edifos, it's probably better for us to be so far moved. I'm just rambling at you pretty much at this point.
Yeah. No, I really do understand, and I do get it. The problem I'm having is, like, funneling people in from other countries into our country or province, however you want to say it, is going to be a little rough. Like, I mean, we are one nation, and there's a bunch of little city-states and everything, but there is, like, funneling them into us is going to be a little hard, to disguise a mass group of dissidents all coming in here, So I wanted to keep it a little close. But,
That's what I'm saying. The further outland we are, the more lawlessness and this kind of stuff happens, right? Like, that's the trade-off?
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. The problem in there lies in how we do our how they military, how they do their searching when they send out the scouts. So a lot of times they'll send out 2 or 3 parties of scouts into this area, you know what I mean, and have them just do a little search, and then they'll come back. And then a couple weeks later, they'll send the entire party of scouts out here to make sure that those couple parties didn't miss anything. So the only thing we're gonna have to really watch out for is the scouting parties.
Wait. I heard something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking.
Aegis might be under attack.
I don't hear anything, Brigham.
I heard an impact.
Well, I mean, lead the way. If you heard it, I didn't hear anything either.
Yeah, we can go check it out. I'm sure Idris has got this, but we can check it out.
Idris, could you... Well, James, rather. Could you describe why you made an athletics roll?
To pry it open from my leg.
Ah, yes. I'll allow it. That way you don't gotta walk around with it.
Yeah, I didn't stake it into the ground, so
Okay. As you arrive, he'll be over here where you're setting your trap. Sorry, let me just redirect that a little bit. That person's gone. As you guys are turning this corner around the tree between the little couple of hills, you're just catching a glimpse of Idris removing the trap from their ankle, leg, shin, calf, body part.
Everyone,
Oh god.
shh.
Oh god, they hurt.
Quiet.
They hurt themselves. Oh god.
The bone is still intact, but shh. There is somebody here.
Right now, all I see is you.
What? Shh. They're in the walls.
We're outside. Oh god, I think the
Nicolette walls.
You know, they might be poisoned. Let me go check in on them. Josiah's gonna come up to do a medicine check on them.
probably poison the bear trap. You know how roguey type people are.
That's a silly 19 on a medicine check on Idris.
19. It appears this person, this UNT creature, has been afflicted by 6 points of piercing damage in the ankle, shin, calf, leg, body part. And they still seem healthy, and you recognize no signs of poison.
All right, guys. He's not poisoned, so either we have a spectral occurrence or a phantasmal occurrence here, or Idris is trying to fuck with us. One of the two.
No, shush. Everyone.
I throw leaves on the bear trap.
I'm like, everyone, hide your asses. Get the
That's gonna get
pert little
infected.
cheeks. Get your pert little cheeks over in the bushes somewhere.
Okay.
I'm inclined to do it as they say. I rolled an 11 for stealth.
I rolled a 17 for stealth.
Nice.
How is Idris going to disguise himself right there?
They can get up and walk in.
Just imagine you just covered yourself in leaves.
Yeah.
You're just like, just
right
just
next
like,
to the trap.
that's gonna get infected. Where'd he go?
This will represent the bear trap.
Once everyone's hidden, or at least when Yidris can't see them, we'll then cast move earth and open the door
Okay.
that the previous person went
Why is it-
into, and then wait.
The trap was never set, my bad. You open the door, and you see a tunnel. It's at a nice wheelchair-accessible slope that leads about 20 feet underground, with an iron door that would otherwise just be underground, buried. And then you go hide after seeing this?
Right.
Okay.
Are you hiding with the bear trap still attached to you?
They just got it
No,
off.
it sits on the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't reset. It's just a sprung trap left on the ground. And with that, are we ready for intermission?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll return after 9 minutes of intermitting.
We'll be back.
Let me do some live switching. And in 9 minutes. Bye-bye.
Hey, listen. No, really, listen. Did you know that every day you're just throwing money away online? Well, you are. No, shut up, you are. Did you know there's a simple web extension you can add to your browser? It's called Electrum. Electrum saves the site you're on and it looks for the best prices and possible coupons so you can save that sweet, sweet gold on your online purchases. See this dagger? Look how shiny. With Electrum, I saved nearly 3 copper pieces on this dagger. Think about that. When you're spelunking into dungeons and throwing those daggers left and right, you run out, right? And unless you find a dragon's hoard in the keep, it's on you to resupply your collection of daggers, darts, arrows, and caltrips. With Electrum, you're guaranteed to save on each of your purchases. Over the last year, I've saved nearly a platinum piece with all the savings that Electrum has been able to cut from those Vimurosian prices. I could invest those savings back into adventuring gear, or I could buy a round of drinks for the party after a successful raid. And that's all thanks to Electrum, the web plugin that will save you money on your online purchases. Just follow our link and sign up now. Why are you waiting? Go, now! Well, maybe after the rest of the video, but go after that, and make sure to tell them we sent you.
Automaton Fix-It Emporium. We can just about fix everything. Have a justice unit who can't swing a sword or a farm bot who can't plow the field? We'll bring them on down to Vanzastic Pete's Automaton Fix-It Emporium. For mentioning this ad, we'll give you a 20% discount on all oil changes, hydraulic diagnostics, and high-gloss finish. Or if you just need an oil change for your robot, we can do that for a low, low price of $3.99 of gold. So, come on down, bring your robot friend for a tune-up. While you're here, make sure to stock up on Fantastic Pete's synthetic blend of Warforged motor oil. We only serve the best here at Fantastic Pete's, and when you're here, your family.
We're located just off exit 17 on row 37. Located just inside Valmoda across from the Wonderland Cat Emporium and Acupuncture Clinic. Keep an eye out for our mascot Pepper and Pete, the steel golem, as he'll wave you on in. And remember, when you're here, your family.
Alright guys, it's Jacob here. also known as Josiah Grape Barrel, your local brand manager, creative aficionado, and definitely the best player at the table. Don't let Alex tell you otherwise. Today, we're going to check out our new merch store. You can find us at streamlabs.com/ampersandboxttrpg/merch. Again, that's streamlabs.com/ampersandboxttrpg/merch. Alright, once you've safely traversed the internet to our humble shop, you'll be greeted with the full catalog of our current merch. T-shirts, tank tops, hats, and many more to come. But today, we're going to check out just a few of our offerings, starting with our men's Venture into Vimuros shirt. It's got our logo prominently displayed on the front, a beautifully curved hem, and it comes in black, navy, oxblood black for you barbarians, and white. Not to mention, on the back of it, you can display proudly your favorite podcast, Venture into Vimuros. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Work Hard, Play Hard, Eat Hard tank top, the motto of your favorite goblin tribe. You'll find this in black, asphalt, athletic heather, navy, and red. Lastly, we've got our women's LGBTQIA+ pride shirt, also available in men's sizing as well, because we believe representation is year-round, not just in June. You'll find this in black, blue heather, charcoal heather, heathered navy, and light heather gray. With all that out of the way, remember to tune in Sundays, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST, for more Venture into Vimuros. Fine.
We're back. We're back. Hello. Does this work?
Keep talking. Well, it hasn't gotten to
Yeah,
there
no,
yet.
that's
For sure.
the delay.
Mhm.
No sound on my end for Twitch.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not seeing anything on Twitch.
Nothing.
well, we're gonna shut it down and start it up and see what happens. Be right back, everybody.
Yeah.